Genuine Honda motor. Gonna be a badass 196 coming out this summer. Just threw a carb on it, changed the oil. Seems to be running pretty good. I know nothing about this motor. My brother found it in the trash. She's gonna be built to be a screamer. Real Honda shit. What's up? Back with another video. It's another engine building video. Kind of same old crap, but this is a 196 and it's a Honda. I just sitting in my basement, like totally forgot about it. Decided I want to build a 196. Since this didn't work on the Ghost motor, we're going to use that. So it's kind of free to this build. Already ran it. It runs. Actually, that'll be in a video before this, if I can remember. I already have a piston laying around, brand new flat top, and a fairly new rod with fairly new bearings in it. So this build's not going to be that expensive. I did go and buy a set of rockers, my favorite rockers, gauge ultralights. It's the most expensive part about this build, because I want this thing to rev. I want this thing to rev to the moon. If this doesn't work out, I'll just get an ARC one, whatever. I'd buy some valves and some keepers and gaskets. It's about 260, 270 bucks right there, so that's pretty much what I got into it as far as cash. We're going to do a Super X 265 I pulled out of another bike because it didn't need this. I put a Mod 2 cam in it because there's nothing done to the bike. So this cam will work out better in this motor. This thing will be a little screamer. I don't even have a bike to put this engine on. This was like a last minute thing. I was bored, I pulled it out of the basement, I got it running, and I'm like, I want to build a 196 because I love them. That's all I really had before was 196s, and they just ran their asses off, and they revved their asses off, and RPM equals speed. It's already been lapped in for this flywheel. Crank looks a little more stout than a regular 196. Nice authentic Honda crank. Already drilled and tapped the block for a vent to ventilate it. So we got that. Put that to the side. And we're going to use for a head this Predator 224 head, which has bigger valves than a 196. This head doesn't work out for whatever reason. I do have a 196 head around here that's ported and polished already from my last 196, so we'll just use that. Probably use these dual 32-pound springs. These are for out of my daughter's motor. She's gonna get 36-pound springs in hers. It's either that, I don't know. Maybe I should put the 36s in this. Who knows? We'll see. Either way, I got springs. But this head is got to get disassembled and cleaned up. ported and polished. So maybe we should build the block first and then do this. This would be like the second video. Yeah, let's do that. Let's build the motor first. Alright. It's all cleaned up already. We got a oil return drilled out, which also helps with venting the case a little more. And for some that don't know, venting the case, doing this, venting the case, drilling that out, will increase power, because when your piston comes down and there's no ventilation in here, there's pressure here. Air pressure builds up in here and slows that piston from coming down. It stops it from revving. You may not notice it, you might notice it, but in any case, it pressurizes the case. You need to get rid of that pressure. This will help. This one up in the corner helps, because that's the one up in the corner's real purpose besides oiling, and these will help. Got to get that pressure out of the case. Some people say it don't make a difference. Yes, it does. So let's get the crank in. Bearing feels okay. Make sure I'm not forgetting anything before I put this in. Let's put that crank in there. Yeah, you ain't got to put it in right now. First, let's prepare. Put that aside again. Let's prepare the rod. Get the rod out. Let's get a brand new piston out. I don't know if we're gonna need that clip or not. Oh, well, I know where it is if I need it. God damn, I got some gas. Nothing but gas all the time. Clips, alright, the clips are there. Piston, got our rings. Put that to the side. Alright, oil. Let's actually get the assembly lube out. Get them bolts off of there. There's a bit of time on this rod too, and that bearing looks pretty good. I have no problems using that bearing. Don't look that bad. Not like the 224s. The 224 with that long 58mm stroke. I swear they just hammer the shit out of bearings. But this got a nice short 54mm stroke, and of course the 212 has the 55. I got a couple of these cranks. I want to use the Honda one though. Alright, let's get this thing ringed up. Wow, my fucking hands. Yeah, there. Alright, so there's our oil ring. Get off of there. There's the rings for the oil ring. These do not matter if they're up or down. Come here. So, stick our oil ring, the scraper first. That's the bottom one here. Just like that. And make sure it's laying on the top of there. No, I think I had a problem with the last one of these I used with this shit. This is a cheap eBay piston. Come on, stop spinning on me. Come on. Goes like that. This one don't seem to want to work. Let's see. Cut one of them links off. I think I had a problem with this piston before, because I used these once before. Come on. There we go. That's better. Alright. Jesus Christ, I'm dropping shit. Oh. Fuck is on my nail. Alright, stick that ring in there. Throw it in the top one. Go. So our gap is there. So we'll run our other gap up here on the bottom. There you go. That thing does not seem to be wanting to sit right in there. Gotta work that thing in there. This is a cheap piston. This is not a Honda piston, so I'm a little leery about it. The other one I pulled out. Something's stuck in it. Doesn't seem like it's seating. Let me get this straightened out and I'll be back. Alright, I got that oil ring in there. This is just being a pain in the ass, but she's in there. You got a gap there and a gap there. Let's put that on camera. You can barely see. Alright, so our top rings. Fuck, they look the same. Oh, man. They look exactly the same. That's what I get for having a fucking cheap piston. Oh well, here we go. Come on. Should've went and bought a Honda piston, huh? Alright. They even put the letter up? Yeah, I put the letters up. Alright. All our rings are in. One's a different color. One's got a reddish to it and the other one's got a black. Oh well. We'll find out if something goes wrong. It's fucking light. My light situation's a pain in the ass. Alright, so that faces down, so our rod's gonna go in like that. Put some spooge on there. one clip in. Alright. Put our pin in. There we go. Put our clip in. All clipped in. Alright. That's that. Put trash to the side. Oh. Mess of shit. Let's get the block up here. The block is back. Let's lube our cylinder. That shit all up in there. I have no history on this motor. My brother found it, I believe, in like a junkyard or some shit. But it ran good. So, cross hatching looks pretty good. So, I'm going to use it. So I was tempted to buy a Tilliton 196 and just do some shit to it. But I don't want to spend all that damn money. Actually, a basic one's not too much money, but alright, let's put our crank in. I'm gonna put some shit on here anyhow. It's a little bit because I'm gonna put it on the bearings too. And let's do the dirty deed. You know what I hate the fucking most. Compressing rings. It's my least favorite part about building an engine. Won't catch. Should be big enough. Alright, some regular ass oil in here. Regular oil there. Let's wet this. Let me get a rag or something. There we go. Wet these rings. Make sure our gaps are about 180 from each other. Oh, there, fucker. That one's there. That one's over there. Where the hell's that other one at? Alright, that was good. Alright. Alright. nice and tight. Make sure you're nice and tight. Once again, we'll stick it down our bore. Make sure there's always got skirt hanging out so you can line up. And take your hammer, your edges, make sure that thing is flat up against the block, or them rings will just pop right the hell out and catch. And that's that. Alright. Bearing still in there. Bring crank around. Alright, now I didn't put no lube on that bearing, did I? Nope, I did not. Go. Go. Make sure our dots are lined up. Now, our bolts, I'm going to oil them threads. Some oil on them threads. Come on. Some oil on them threads, and make sure that little washer got oil on it too. You want that lubed to get a proper torque spec. Lube's always good, as everybody should know. Nobody wants to go in dry. Run that down by hand. Okay. There we go. Alright, now let's torque this bitch down. Get your inch-pound one out. We'll start off at it's 55 it says on there, but I'm going to start at 55 inch-pounds and work our way up to 177. Come on. Now I'm going to go up to 100 inch-pounds. 100 inch-pounds. And we go up to 177. Go. All right, that is in. All right, so got a piston in. It's not quite at zero deck. This is a 20 thousandths longer rod, but that's okay. Let's get our dot. Can't see the dot. Oh, there it is. I'm gonna mark that. It's our tap dead center. Alright. Now, lifters. What the shit did I do with the lifters? Let's see, I got a pile of 196 shit here. Stock cam. There's the lifters. There's our lifters. We're going to reuse them and the push rods. Because this is a budget motor. The bike that it's going to go on, if I ever get it, will be a budget bike. And we're going to make some budget quick speed with it. It's going to be budget quick. Go. And we're going to put our Dynacam Super X 265 in there. See? Dot to dot. There we go. Look at that crankcase space. It's amazing. If there's a 58mm crank, that shit would be all the way up against there almost. But there it is. Now, the bottom end is technically complete. Let's one of the dowel pins, let me see. It's not in the key in there. Let's get that out of the way. It's a head pin. It'll be in here somewhere. There it is. Put that there. Let's get a gasket out. I'd love to keep these into stock. I got a bunch of these off of Amazon. They're complete garbage. That on a damn clean rag. There's always shit sticking to all the rags. Let's see, I'm not forgetting anything. I do believe these are the side cover bolts. They're 10mm. I believe they were 10mm. Or no, these are like, I think they were 12mm for side bolts. Let me see. Yeah, normally they're 10s. These were 12 or 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 of them. Alright, I'm gonna clean these damn things up because I'm not putting them in cruddy like that. And I'll be right back. Alright. I'll clean them up a little bit. Got a little solvent tank outside on my porch. Alright. Was it 12? Yeah, it were 12s. Alright, 12 millimeters. Alright, now we'll torque them. It's either, you could either do them 25 foot-pounds or 200 inch-pounds. They're basically the same, so we got this out already. We're going to go 200 inch-pounds. 190, 10 more increments, 200. Alright. Come up here doing a crossfire pattern. Come on. All right. Don't mind all the movement. Got the chest rig on. So the bottom end is basically almost complete. Oh, it is complete basically. Let's put our oil shits back in. We'll put the dipstick one there, regular one there. Yeah, I'm trying to find me a CT100. I had one, my old bike Bluto. Like a dumbass, I gave the frame away, never thinking I was going to use it again. Now all of a sudden I get this in my head. I want to build a light, fast 196 bike, just for the hell of it. So I'm actively seeking a CT100 again. Or I'll take a DB30 if I can find one. Always like them too, but kind of want a black CT100. So this bike's gonna be all blacked out. Our oil plug in. There. Right. I would like some head studs, but they kind of weren't in the budget. I needed to have these. That was the high budget part of this build. I had to have them. So, it is what it is. Let's put that in there. you don't want that even with this. You want the front higher. See it? See how the front's higher? That's how you want it. And put this on. Hopefully this thing works. So it did not work with the Predator Ghost. I'm hearing people are saying there's 18 degrees of timing in this. And I contacted somebody on eBay. I forget what the hell they were. My phone's on right now. I couldn't even tell you who it was. But they're kart racing guys. And they said there's 25 degrees of timing in here. So I'm going to probably have to put a timing key in this. But first I want to see if it runs. So I want to advance this timing a little bit. The cup. The cup's all nasty. I also think these are 75 foot-pounds to torque these down, which is insane. That is a lot. And I'm getting ready to do it again. Always do this. I forgot to put the plate on here. This plate, let's go get it. It's outside. I painted it. Basically rust proofing it. This plate and this plate that go underneath the block to the head are very important. I see a lot of people, they just don't put these back on. These have to go back on or the engine will not cool. The engine won't cool properly. If you get that big air gap in there, you got air going out there. The air needs to be blown this way across the motor. If this is open, it blows the air out of there. You don't want that. Let me find a bolt for that. I think it might actually be that. Can't remember. This motor doesn't have any 8mm on it like any other motor. It's like 10 and 12. Just gonna stick that one on the bottom, keep it lined up. Alright, let's leave that one loose. That bolt's way easier to get in with the flywheel off. My God, I just had a dinner, so gassy as shit. Annoying as hell. Come on, motherfucker. I'm gonna run this bitch down with this. That fucker ain't going nowhere. All right. Looking like a motor here. So the next thing would be to get the head ready. this out of the way for a minute. Alright, I'm going to clean this mess up and get ready for the head. Alright, so I'm going to pull this head apart and check see if the valves fit and port and polish it. I'm not going to do a crazy port and polish. We're going to clean it up is what we're going to do. And I'll show you what I mean by that. First, let's get them out of there. Oh, by the way, I'm going to give a shout out to one of my new subscribers, Justin. You know who you are. He kind of foiled some asshole on Mini Bike Life of PA page, using me and a couple other people to try to scam people out of stretch kits for motovoxes. He kind of called them out on it. I did see it too, and I called the dude out on it, and he just put him on blast, and basically the guy disappeared. So thank you, sir, for catching him. I don't want nobody using my name in any of their fucking scams. I'm going to be using the old VM22 carb on this for now, because OMB does not have 24mm Makunis again. OMB's been fucking up. They just don't have shit in stock anymore. I think all they're worried about is their power equipment. They don't give a fuck about us mini bike and go-kart guys anymore. And Go Power Sports, I believe theirs is way too fucking high for me. It doesn't even come with jetting I want. So. This head barely got any time on it. This is the head that came off of the General's motor. These bullshit ass valves out. I really wish they put real valves in these, so I don't have to buy valves. Come with these bullshit ass keepers on here. Ain't good for no high RPM shit. These damn things will fly off at high RPM probably. Damn shame. So let me get something to point with. Right in here, this is all going to get cleaned up. Is what essentially what you want to do. All up in here, right over here. You want to smooth all that out. Going to smooth all that out and smooth all in there. And on the roof here, there's a ridge up there. We're going to smooth all that out and make that transition real nice and smooth. Same things for the exhaust side. That's where you're going to pick up more power than anything. Opening this up, this is pretty big as it is. Opening this up really is not going to do much. You can actually lose velocity if you open these too much. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to scuff this up to help atomize the fuel and air, and probably do some port match in there. Same thing here. It's a pretty big port already. All we're going to do is we're going to get in there. Let's see. We're gonna get in there and smooth all this shit out in here. Hopefully, my equipment's still good. I don't even know if I got any proper grinding pieces anymore. I think I killed all of them. Let's get this valve seal out. Oh, we're gonna cut the spring pockets too. We're gonna cut them, which is cool because I do have the tool now. I'm trying to get everything I need. Alright, so first we're gonna do the intake. Try to do this on camera. I think I did this before in a video, but I'm gonna do it again because not everybody sees every video. Let's set up the see how I'm gonna do this without knocking this down. This is gonna be a pain in the ass to do on camera. We're gonna go in there and start right in here. Roof's looking pretty good. Feeling pretty good. Alright, so you can barely see it, but we took a little off the sides there, a little in there. And we just got to get another type of grinder in there and finish it off. But I'm going to do this side first. Pretty good, needs to be refined. This one too. I fixed that little ridge in there. Aluminum everywhere. Feels pretty good. Let's change out our bit. Alright. Put the little ball end on there. So what I did is take this little ball in, and you want to work in here and clean that up, and clean all around in here up. This is coming out pretty shitty on camera. A little up in here. Smooth that out as much as you can. I got a little lip there, I can feel it. And there. And we're going to take a, well, I'll show you at the end, to clean that up most of the way up. Again, another little trick. These might be a problem with the next one, but we'll see. pain in the ass in the exhaust side because of how this fucking thing, because of how small it is. But she's coming through. She's starting to smooth out. And usually I use stuff like this, but these are all beat. It's all packed with aluminum. So let me see what I got here. Let's just let's pop the drill out. We're going to use this port and polishing kit in the drill. Come on. We'll take this big old thing and we're going to start cleaning up in there. Looking pretty good. Nice and smooth looking. That's real smooth right there. The roof is real nice and smooth. And the side's nice and smooth. And that's really what you want. Just want to smooth these areas out. They're real notchy from the factory. Especially up here. This is where you're going to pick up your power at. This is a cheap way of picking up power. Not necessarily opening that up. I mean, you know, unless you have a larger displacement or whatever. Alright, let's keep it going. Extreme pain in the ass to go on camera. Got to fall off. I picked this kit up from Harbor Freight. Not the best shit in the world, but it will do the job. That's the problem. They get beat real fast. So, go in our archives here. Put a regular barrel type on. Kind of work it around them edges. We'll smooth it all out. plenty happy with that one. Watch that valve seat. Got a little bit of an edge there. It's a lot better. Side feels good. That side feels good. So I'm pretty happy with that. Alright, I'm gonna clean this bitch up and clean the desk up. Alright, all cleaned up. I get all aluminum and shit off. Just to make more mess, because now we're going to cut the spring pockets. But I'll probably do that outside. So, I'll get my micrometer out. I need that. So I can measure my depth. An even amount of depth. My spring pocket cutter. This damn thing was very expensive for a little piece of fucking metal. Alright. Head outside. Alright, so down millimeter, zero it out. Let's cut these spring pockets. Lube our cutter. You gotta take it easy on this one. It's got them raised notches or whatever. So gotta go lightly on that one. Some compressed air. Pocket looks pretty nice. You see where I'm at for depth. .28-ish. I'm gonna go like 30, 32. Get the fuck in there. .29. This is just the way I do it. Some people might say, oh, you're doing it wrong. Well, kiss my ass, so what? Yeah, we'll do that. 30. 30 will work. What's up, kitty? See the difference? And this is to stop Jesus Christ, I'm going coil bind. Let's get this other one going. Get crack-a-lacking. See, this for shits and giggles. Where are we at? About 27. You don't want to take too much off because then you'll lose spring tension. Whoop! Lock up. I forgot. got to cut into that side there, right there. This fucking air hose keeps falling. Looking good. Just a little bit more. 29.5. So we hit 30. I'll be happy. And we're at 30. Good enough. Got paint coming off on there. Alright, that's the spring pocket. Alright, so now we're going to put the new valves in and lap them in. I should clean that up a little bit. Never found any sandpaper. Let's see. I'm probably out of freaking sandpaper again. No, I'm not. Alright. Let's clean that bottom area up first. Alright, so I'm going to use the old sandpaper technique. I'm going to use 320. I soak the bottom in. Bottom. Yeah. I'll soak the top too. Soapy water. And the fucking lights on, you can't even see shit. You get all that crud off of there. A little more. Just a little bit more. A little low spot there. Don't want to clean up. I gotta keep going though. gotta stop letting it flop around, huh? Fucking light's horrible in this goddamn fucking phone. You can see it right there. I'll try to get this thing flatter. Ain't really a lump there. It's pretty good. Maybe you should try to get that out of there a little bit. Keep going a little more. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That'll do. Alright, back on the bench, and I see it a little better. Nice and flat. Good. So now I grind in the new valves. These from Go Power Sports because OMB didn't have them in stock, and the day after I ordered these from Texas, OMB's 40 minutes from me, but I can't get there because, you know, gotta work and shit. So I ordered these from Go Power Sports in Texas, and like the next fucking day, OMB gets these back in stock. Whatever. It's like a whole kit. It had these in it, springs and valves. Although I can't use the springs, but you know. Nice. Whoop. That's some lift. Those of you who don't know what cam lift determines where that valve is, right around there. Low lift, that valve will come out a little bit like that. Higher lift, it'll be up like here. I'm gonna do a video about it one day. Some people don't understand, because they also think bigger cams are better. Not always. Not always. So let's get our grinding compound out. a lapper at. I'm always moving shit. Oop, that one's too big. So, said no woman ever. There you go, nice and small, like me. There we go. See what we got. Got a nice gray line evenly all the way through. That's exactly what we want. So that one is ready. Let's do a quick wipe out. Now the intake. I have a lot of problems with cylinder heads lately. Hopefully not this one. I had to send my daughter's head out to the machine shop to get the valve seats put in because the exhaust one is way too big, even though it's for 28mm. If I get that back this week, we'll see. I want to get her motor done. Had a nice line in it. Good. We're good to go there. So I'm going to clean all this shit off, and then we're going to put the springs in. Alright, just took a quick solvent bath. Everything's cleaned up. Got a little bit of aluminum in here I want to get rid of. Good. Alright. Really gonna put this motor to the test, because we're gonna use stock push rods, stock Honda push rods on this application because I don't have the right chromoly rods. My ass is broke. So it's gonna be a huge test here. Man, this fucking place is a mess. Alright, let's check out our springs. And they fit in there nicely. Cool. That valve seal in there, that's nice. It's got that type because it'll fit right on there. That type might not fit down in there. Bitch fits right in there. And stick our valve in. Some lube first. Lube it up. Get my whack of fucking washers. What I do is I stack a bunch of washers, put the valve on top of it. This way when I push down, it doesn't move. There. And it's our keepers. From OM Dizzle. Make sure these things correct. Keepers look correct. Put a sprang in. I'm gonna attempt to do this by hand, like a fucking idiot. Like the fucking idiot I am. Because I can't stand the valve spring compressor. Alright. That's the only part of this valve spring compressor I really use. Yeah, I forgot. I can't use anything magnetic. Does not work out well. Should put some shit on these. Maybe that'll keep them still. Where the hell did the other one go? Jesus Christ. There we go. It's like gluing them in. Try that. Something non-magnetic. What the fuck do I got here? We'll use paintbrush end. There we go. It worked out well by gooing them up. Alright. Damn, fucking thing's getting on my fucking nerves. Alright, that's one. Let's do the other. The fuck do you want? Coming over to fucking whine about shit? One of my asshole cats. She's like 900 years old. Right? Right, fucker? Psst, yo. You want the bitch now, you don't want a bitch? My cats are assholes. Alright. That pocket looks good too. Shut up. Put some shit in there. There we go. Stick that in meow. that's that. And this shit made it a lot easier. See that? Learn something new every day. Alright. But I'm gonna fix that gap. With the gap even. Little gaps on each side, I want them even. Alright. Getting somewhere, peoples. It's probably a 3-hour fucking video already. But, oh well. Somebody gonna learn something, right? And the Monster 32's on there. Alright. Now, let's mount this bitch to the motor. Seats look good. The black. And keep it up on number 1 for when we do our rockers. Dowel pins. I think this is gonna be a long one, huh? Oh, one there and one there. I'm gonna reuse the head bolts. Some good old Honda shit. Make sure nothing looks funky about them. To get there and mount this head, I'll wait to do another video because I think this one's long. Do a second video after I mount the head. Finishing off the motor. A nice 68mm gasket. Hopefully this big head works on here. Fish tank light's going nuts. Same as usual. Back out a little bit. Oil the bolts. Somewhere around that there. These are 12mm too. Let's see. Pretty sure they were 12s. Yeah, they're 12s. Bust out the torque wrench again. And we're going to start at 55. Work our way up to 200 inch-pounds. 95. I'll go right up to 100 inch-pounds now. Come on there. Alright. And we're going to go right up to 200 inch-pounds now. If I can see the damn wrench. Alright, and that's that for now. Got most of the way together. Next video, we'll do the rockers, show you how to adjust them. This thing is foggy as hell looking. Put our coil on, put all our sheet metal on, and possibly start it. So, part 1, 196 Screamer build. Thanks for watching.